Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Buckhorn received a new water treatment plant officials hope will help the community for generations. Plus, Governor Andy Beshear made some pit stops in the mountains to announce new higher ground communities and funding.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
A good morning and a happy Monday to you, Mountain family. My name's Amelia Lee here with you on this March 10th, and the time is now 6 o'clock this morning, which does mean it is time to check on in with meteorologist Megan Dusmall for a look at your forecast this morning. And Megan, we've had a chilly start to our morning, so do we have any sunshine on the way?
We sure do have some sunshine. In fact, we're already starting to see some mostly clear skies, and as we head into the next couple hours, well, that will turn into complete sunshine as you're heading into the afternoon. Here's a look at that satellite in radar this morning, really just seeing the clouds for our southeastern counties, mostly in our Tennessee and Virginia counties as well, and that will continue to make its way out of our region as we head through the next couple hours. Here's a look at the current temperatures this morning, mostly in the 20s and 30s. However, as you're traveling towards Jackson, we're at 42 degrees, so not too terrible of a start. I would still suggest a coat and some extra time to warm up your car on the way out. But as you head into the afternoon, we're having a little bit of a temperature switch in the mid to upper 60s. So definitely going to experience some warm temperatures and sunny skies this afternoon. So look forward to that. Here's a look at the next 12 hours, and overall, not going to be too bad of a day, Amelia.
Well, Friday was a day of celebration in Buckhorn as community members and leaders gathered for the groundbreaking ceremony for the Buckhorn water treatment plant. Congressman Hal Rogers, who was instrumental in securing a $10.7 million federal grant from the Economic Development Administration for the project, was in attendance. Rogers says this project was a long time coming for the people of Buckhorn.
It's just so obvious a community this large and this remote from the county seat needed city water. So it was a good cause. But they were a great salesman. The mayor and the judge, they know how to make things happen.
Rogers and other county leaders say this project is monumental as it will provide reliable, clean water while also supporting new businesses in the area. And before that groundbreaking, Congressman Rogers met with dozens of Eastern Kentucky leaders at the Kentucky River Area Development District. Rogers was joined by members of the Army Corps of Engineers to discuss with those leaders potential solutions to continued flooding in the region. Many in attendance noted there is no one solution, but they shared their ideas and listened to what worked in other areas of the state.
We've certainly not just been waiting on an event like this. We've done countless many sessions where we come together and quickly evaluate what went well, what we can do better. And so we haven't been just resting for the last 3 weeks, but a forum like this really energizes us and streamlines and synchronizes assets at the local, county, state level, and federal level for the programs that are out there. And I think it was definitely time well spent.
Before the meeting was over, the group made plans to get everyone back together for a training to educate leaders on what resources are available and how to apply for them. The Corps is also conducting several studies on waterways in the region. Governor Andy Beshear made his way back to the mountains on Friday, this time making 2 announcements for residents in Breathitt County. WYMT's McKinley Calandrino was there.
New doors are opening for Kentucky residents who experienced the disastrous flooding. On Friday, Governor Andy Beshear announced 2 big projects in the works to restore and rebuild affordable housing in Eastern Kentucky.
And I'm excited to be back in Jackson, bringing good news.
The governor spoke on the 7 high ground communities being built for flood survivors, announcing they are adding an 8th community for residents specifically of Breathitt County. Right off of Highway 30 West in Jackson, the homes will be planted out of the floodplains. This will be the view for 17 new homes in Breathitt County and 17 families that were affected by the floods. Officials say they hope to start building on this site this year. And as home ownership opportunities are arising, Governor Beshear also made an announcement about rental opportunities in Breathitt County.
Well, the truth is we have 2 big announcements today.
Introducing the River North Apartments. a former medical building being transformed into 18 affordable apartment units for flood survivors. $6.2 million in disaster recovery funds are being poured into the project.
This is a building that was not used. It was just sitting here vacant in the community. People would drive by. It's a nice, beautiful building in a safe, out of the floodplain place. And so it's like, why isn't this being used? So
the City of Jackson will be working with Frontier Housing for this project, and Mayor Thomas says they could not have made this progress without their partners.
And we are going to get a lot done in Breathitt County. Thank you all very much.
And his promise still kept, to help every last Kentucky family that needs assistance. In Breathitt County, McKinley Calandrino, WYMT Mountain News.
The governor encourages anyone who was impacted by the 2021, 2022, or 2025 floods to visit housingcan'twait.org and fill out an interest form. Well, 5 years ago today, a national emergency was declared in the United States for the worldwide pandemic COVID-19. The novel virus was first identified in an outbreak in the Chinese city of Wuhan in December 2019 before spreading elsewhere. The World Health Organization declared the outbreak a public assessed. The outbreak became a pandemic on March 11th, 2020. Since the start of the outbreak, the illness has caused over 7 million deaths worldwide, making it one of the deadliest epidemics and pandemics in history. A Lexington doctor is reflecting on the 5-year anniversary of COVID-19 and the battle that almost cost him his life. Dr. Jeff Fox caught COVID in the early days of the pandemic and spent nearly a month in the ICU because of it. His condition improved after he was given different experimental treatments. Dr. Fox says his recovery was a blessing, but he remembers how tough that time was for everyone.
I am so blessed actually to be alive and to be here and to be thankful that we made it through, and to look back and remember over 1 million people did here in the United States. I mean, it was catastrophic for a lot of people.
Dr. Fox wants people to remember that COVID is still going around. He recommends staying up to date on your vaccinations, and if you are sick, he says to stay home. Well, the annual Kentucky statewide tornado drill was conducted on Friday morning at 10:07 a.m., an official event of Severe Weather Awareness Week. Schools throughout the region participated in the drill, including Hazard Middle School. The drill is conducted to practice a tornado safety plan in schools to prepare students and faculty for the event of bad weather.
One of the things that the staff here at Hazard Middle School is really good about is they make sure the students understand the seriousness of this.
Students and teachers reported to their designated safe zones, filling the halls to practice their tornado safety position, making sure all students and staff know the protocol in case of an emergency.
Well, we are watching as the clouds just roll out of our region, and we'll look at nice and clear weather today. Here's a look at satellite and radar, just seeing the clouds towards our southwestern counties. And again, as we head into the afternoon, expect those nice and sunny skies. Here's a look right now at WYMT studios. Temperatures are at 30 degrees, and for most of the area, we're looking at the upper 20s and 30s with low 40s as you travel closer to Jackson. High temperatures for today, though, will make a turn for the better. We'll see the mid to upper 60s this afternoon and the low 60s, upper 50s as you're traveling towards Virginia. Next couple hours, here's how we'll go through the day, hitting our high temperatures around that 3 o'clock mark with mostly sunny skies. Stay with us. More mountain news and weather is on the way.